Alright, so I just wanted to uh, share my story about possibly anxiety uh, when flying. I'm not sure exactly if it's anxiety. I haven't been diagnosed with an anxiety or if it's some other sort of mental condition, but maybe after hearing my story, y'all can tell me what y'all think it might be. So, it's October 2024 now, but back in May of this year, um, we flew from Germany, where we live right now, to the United States to go on vacation. The flight over, I didn't have any symptoms, what I'm about to describe, until we got to Texas. And about a week after being there, uh, we had went to the airport early in the morning to catch our flight to Cancun, Mexico. Well, things were a little hectic early in the morning. We have two kids and we're trying to get them ready and then get to the airport. And so, anyways, it was crazy, with the check in with Spirit Airlines. It was a long wait. The people at the desk were like really rude, not just to us, but mostly everybody that we saw that was in front of us. Um, so, anyways, we got through and uh, went to the TSA pre-check, and I was under the impression that because I have TSA pre-check that they were gonna put that on my wife's ticket and my two children's tickets. So we went to the TSA pre-check, went through there. I went to scan my stuff, and then my wife handed the agent her ticket and our kids, and they said, "You don't have TSA pre-check. You can't go through this." And I told the agent, that doesn't make sense. Like, they're with me, so why wouldn't they be able to get it? But anyways, we ended up leaving the TSA pre-check and went around. Whatever. Eventually got through TSA. Got to the gate at the last minute. They were already boarding, and so we get on the airplane with Spirit. Excuse me. And it was the plane size was about, I guess it would be about the same size as a Southwest airline plane. And so we get on, and it was pretty busy. It was pretty packed on the plane. We get to our seats, and for some reason, and I have flown so much in my life. I mean, I love flying. It didn't bother me, but I was sitting there, and I don't know if maybe stress or what it was, but I was sitting there in my seat, and for some reason my heart was racing. I felt like I was getting shortness of breath, and at the same time, I'm just like, in this small airplane, and we're getting ready to taxi to the air uh, to take off. And as we're finally starting to go, I'm just like picturing everything in my head. Like, I'm closing my eyes, I'm trying to like calm myself down, control my breathing, do like a full breath. But as I'm doing this, I'm just like seeing that I'm stuck in this small metal airplane, and I basically want to escape. I want to get off the airplane. I don't want to be on there. And at the same time, I'm like, we're getting ready to take off down the runway, and you feel that pressure against you when the airplane's taking off. I knew that was going to be a problem, just the way that I was feeling. I knew that would be an issue. Then at the same time, going up into the sky, it takes like, what, 10, 15 minutes before they finally reach the altitude they want to get to. So, that was all playing into my head at the same time, as well was, it was, I think, maybe a 3.5 hour flight or 3 hour flight, something like that. So I'm just like, okay, crap, I'm stuck in this metal airplane if I don't get off the airplane, if I don't jump up and tell this flight attendant I don't want to fly. Not to mention, probably piss off my wife and, ruin the vacation plans to go to Cancun. So it was just, all this stuff was building up on me, and I didn't want to make a scene on the plane. Obviously, like, you don't want to be that person. But anyways, yeah, so we started taking off down the runway. I'm feeling the pressure. We're going up into the sky, and I'm just like, holy crap, now I'm stuck. There's no way, like, if I needed to get to a hospital, like, I'm stuck on this airplane, and if I, God forbid, something got worse, like, if I actually needed medical attention, then I'm gonna end up being that guy that, the flight's gonna have to do a emergency landing and ruin everybody's vacation or something. But yeah, anyways, so we're taking off. We get up to the altitude. We're cruising, and I'm just like trying to keep my mind busy at the same time. My two kids, they're just wide awake, and they want my phone. They want to watch videos and their shows and stuff. And I'm like, I need my phone so I can, like, I put headphones on to, like, listen to music to try to keep my mind off of the whole situation until we finally got to Mexico. But so that didn't last too long until I ended up, giving my phone to them. And so I was able to get to a point to where I passed out and got an hour of sleep before we started descending into Cancun. But it's just crazy because I've never felt anything like this when I've flown ever. And I'm telling you, I've flown from Houston to Dubai when I was in the military, and that was multiple times, by the way. Um, uh, Afghanistan, I've flown to Afghanistan when I was in the contractor. When I was in the military, we flew from Oklahoma, and it was like a 20 something, it was well over 24-hour flight. But granted, we stopped and had like layovers here and there. But we flew all the way from Fort Sill to Djibouti, Africa, and I never had this feeling ever. It was just really bizarre. And I mean, I literally have thousands and thousands of miles of flying, and it just this one day of flying to Cancun from Dallas Fort Worth, and it hit me, and I was just like, I'd never felt so helpless, so stressed, and like scared. Like, I wasn't like scared like the plane's gonna crash or anything like that. It was just something that came over me where I'm like almost like a claustrophobic feeling, I guess, being in that plane. But I've been in planes like that many times, so it's really hard to describe. But so I have no idea what caused me to be in that mental state to where I'm just like not not feeling like I'm getting a full breath, and just like sweating, and I don't know, it's just really bizarre. But anyways, the flight back from Cancun to DFW wasn't as bad. Um, Still kind of had the feeling, but it wasn't that bad. And, but anyways, the flight from, what? So, yeah. That's my story on that. I'm going to the doctor in a few days and explain this story to her and see what she says about it. See what the prognosis is, because I'm just at a loss, and I'm worried just for the fact that we're gonna fly to Morocco from Germany in a few months, and that plane is about the same size plane that we flew to Cancun. So I don't know if there's some sort of medication or something. Maybe it's just better to get some sleeping pills or something, knock my ass out. So I don't know if y'all have any similar experience that y'all can share with me. That'd be great. Maybe let me know if you think it's anxiety. Maybe it's because I have so much stress and, it was an actual anxiety attack or panic attack. I don't know. But thanks for listening. Take care.